Welcome to the award-winning Coral Gables Now. I'm Belkys Perez. Plans are moving along to bring an assisted living facility to Coral Gables. And to tell us what we can expect in the year to come is Adam Rosenblum. He is the VP of Marketing and Sales for the Palace Group. Thank you so much, Adam, for being here.
Thank you for having us, Belkys.
So tell me about, we don't have a Palace here in Coral Gables right now. Tell me about this group in other cities.
Absolutely. The Palace Group has been in business since 1980, and we're actually pretty close neighbors to Coral Gables. We have a campus in Kendall where we have 4 different senior living communities, ranging from independent living through assisted living through our award-winning skilled nursing and rehabilitation center. We also have 2 campuses in the Homestead area. One is assisted living and one is a nursing home. And we have an active adult community in Weston. And Palace is also an international company. We have a continuing care retirement community in all places in Tel Aviv, Israel. So that's really what we're about. We have over 1,800 total units as part of our corporation and over 1,100 employees.
So does the Kendall one is the Coral Gables one going to be similar to the Kendall one in that it has the assisted living component and the independent living? Tell me about that.
Yeah, the main difference between the 2 campuses, well, one, of course, the Gables is going to be a high-rise, and our community in Kendall is a four-story building. The Kendall property also has a skilled nursing and rehab center, which we will not have here. But in the Gables, we will have independent living and assisted living. And it will be very much in line with the high finishing and the overall beauty of our existing properties, although we're taking it a step even further with Coral Gables, and we're real excited about that.
Tell me about the location.
Yeah, the location is excellent location, centrally located right in the middle of the Gables on Andalusia, right in between Galliano and Douglas Road. We are on the north side of Andalusia. That's where the property is going to be. For those old-timers here familiar with the Melody Inn, we purchased that. It's going to become part of our building. And then there's an adjacent parking lot just to the east of that, a city parking lot. And we are going to be taking that piece of land, and that's where we are going to be developing the project. We also are going to be demolishing the parking garage on the south side of Andalusia, directly across the street, and building a state-of-the-art parking structure there with 542 parking spaces. So we will take the parking spaces that we have, and we will add replacement parking as well.
And you know what? The location couldn't be any better. You're for walking distance to Miracle Mile, which is a great area to just...
It's the best, especially for the seniors. Having Miracle Mile there is a great benefit. There will also be a walkway that will go, pass-through that will go through the center of the building, allowing people access from the parking garage through the building directly to Miracle Mile. So yeah, to have all the shops and the restaurants available within walking distance, it's a great benefit.
What attracted the Palace to Coral Gables?
The Palace has wanted to go to Coral Gables. It's been on our radar for probably the last 15 or 20 years. The owners of the Palace have always been very excited about the opportunity to go to the Gables, and it was just looking for the right opportunity. And when the city presented the RFP a few years ago to develop this property, it seemed like a win-win situation both for us and for the city. And also from a market perspective, being in the Gables makes sense for us because we have had people ask us for many years, when are you coming to the Gables? And we never had an answer for them. But now we do. Fully 25% of our population in our existing communities comes from the Gables. And even though we're not that far mileage-wise, it does take a little bit of time, time-wise, to get there with the traffic. So it really makes sense for us to be in the Gables, to really fill a void in the marketplace, and also for just being in the most prestigious city in South Florida. It's very exciting for us.
You are definitely filling a void in Coral Gables. There is a very large population, as you know, of seniors in here, and you know they all live in these great homes, but you know when you get older you really don't have the means to maintain them, and so they are looking, and we've actually seen that they are looking for places to live where things are maintained for them, and this is the perfect opportunity to do that. And many of them, we've also seen from a recent study that did, they want to stay in Coral Gables. They don't want to move somewhere else.
Yeah, not only do they not want to leave their friends, but they don't want to change their doctors.
Yeah.
And that's a real big deal. So having this really fills a void for the seniors in the marketplace, because now they don't have to go anywhere and they're still in familiar surroundings. They could still go to the same restaurants. They're going to see the same people all the time. And any transition is difficult, but I think when people leave the Gables, it really hurts here, because the people are very much attached to the Gables, and it's a very close-knit community. And we've been so impressed with the seniors that we've met here, and what a tight bonded community it is. It's very good. Also for the adult children, it feels a void as well, because the kids, maybe their parents live out of town, but they live in the Gables, and they want to have mom or dad closer to them. And this really helps them as well, because they could have mom close, but not living with them.
Exactly.
And they don't have to worry about them, because we're going to have the independent living and the assisted living down the road. If somebody needs more help, we're going to have that available. So it really provides a great peace of mind, not just for the senior, but for their kids as well. So it fills a void in both, in a couple aspects.
Now, can you tell us about the Palace in Coral Gables? Is this a place where people with physical limitations can go to? Is it just for people who need medical attention, or is the independent going to be really independent?
Yeah, as part of the RFP that the city presented, and they really did their homework with this RFP, they mandated that the community has to be 80% independent living and 20% assisted living. And we agree with them, so there was no issue there. And that's exactly what we're going to do. The building will be 9 stories tall, and it will have a total of 245 apartments, of which 198 will be independent living, and the remainder will be assisted living. So the primary part of this community will be geared for those people who are active, independent, who are in those big homes, but don't really have the social stimulation anymore. They don't want to maintain their homes anymore. It's really geared for them. But we will have that component available as well for those who need assistance with things like bathing, dressing, medication monitoring. That will be available in the assisted living portion.
And then what makes the Palace is that you're going to have also a lot of amenities that come with it, even if you are in the independent living aspect. Tell me about those.
That's really the main benefit of being in a Palace community, are the amenities and services that we offer. To have everything at your fingertips is a real benefit. And we always dedicate a great amount of public spaces to our buildings. I mean, anybody could build a nice apartment. We are about the public areas, and we have over 20,000 square feet of public spaces in our building, of which we are going to have a beautiful dining room, a cafe bar, a theater, a wellness center with physicians' offices there, a fitness center, business center. Everything will be there for the senior to avail themselves to. And it'll all be right there. And
also, so the fitness center, this will be something that the residents can take advantage of as well.
Absolutely. I mean, people come here to maintain their independence, to stay active, both socially and physically. So we'll be able to help in both ways.
Now, what senior needs do you think you're addressing? And I think you've touched on this already. By establishing yourself in Coral Gables, what issues do you think you're addressing for seniors? Is it the need to stay independent in a way?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people want to maintain their independence as long as they can. And by being here, they stay healthier, they have more services, and they have more support services available as well. You know, if their blood pressure is high, they can go downstairs and talk to somebody, to talk to a nurse. You don't really have that in the home setting. And we've learned that through the years, when people move to communities like this, they live longer because they're happier. Depression doesn't set in like it normally does at home. And people are stimulated. So it really is a great benefit to the seniors.
Now for us, this is a public-private partnership that we have entered into with the Palace Group. Is this your first, the Palace?
Yes, it is. And I want to say that it was actually, it's been a great experience with us working with Kathy Swanson and the entire city, the city managers, the Mayor Selesnik, and all the city council, the senior advisory board, everybody that we've worked with, everybody has been 100% supportive, and it's been an excellent relationship thus far. And we have a great relationship, and we look forward to getting it built and being partners for the next 99 years.
Yep, everyone knows how important it is to bring this to the city, so
And the city, I'm sorry, Belkys, but the city has showed great foresight in seeking out a community like this. Instead of some of the other things that they could have done with the land, they saw a need here, and they really did it the right way, trying to seek out the best developer to develop and manage, and to go into partnership with them. So the city should be commended on doing a fine job.
There's a lot of talk about a waiting list. People have called our offices and just asked, you know, how can we get on this waiting list? Tell me about if there is a waiting list.
Yeah, it's really a yes and no answer there, Belkys, because as you said, we've been getting a tremendous response to this project. As we said, it fills a need in the marketplace, and people are excited about it. But the bottom line is we don't want to take deposits too early. We are going to begin our marketing in the early part of next year. And as part of the RFP with the city, we promised Coral Gables residents and their families that the first 90 days that we take deposits will be limited to the Gables families and the residents. And after that, we will take it from the outside community. So we have received thousands of phone calls for this project, and we have a nice database of people to call as soon as we get started. But when we start taking deposits, it will be specifically for Coral Gables residents and their families.
That's nice to know. And then you expect to start construction next year?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We're in the final stages with the Board of Architects and making sure that the building is aesthetically pleasing on the outside as it is on the inside. And we're really excited as the look of the building.
Yeah, it's looking good.
And it'll be a fantastic addition to the city.
And it's going to be complete in 2012.
Yes.
Should be complete by 2012. So
yes.
Just keep stay informed on everything that's going on. We'll obviously here keep you informed, and also through Golden Gables we'll give you regular updates. But thank you, Adam. You can also get more information by just logging on to the Palace website, and that's www.thepalace.org. You can also call their offices at 305-271-2220.